Owning property in Thailand, is it a good investment or are you throwing your money down the drain? During my time in Thailand, I've spoken with countless people that have had their fingers burnt and lost considerable money when it comes to investing and owning property in Thailand. However, I've also spoken and personally know many people that have been very successful in buying property in Thailand and also investing in countless buy-to-lets and property for investment. One of the interesting things that I've found time and time again speaking with countless people, both successful and unsuccessful, is the number one piece of advice they both give is exactly the same. So how is it if they both have that number one bit of advice, they've got very different experiences when it comes to owning property in Thailand? In this video, I'm going to share with you that number one piece of advice, but before I do, I'm also going to run through and disclose a number of common mistakes that many people make when investing in property in Thailand. So one of the biggest bits of advice I can give you, and this goes for every video you see online, is do not take the advice of a YouTube vlogger. They know nothing about property in Thailand, they know nothing about investing in property, and they are only going to give you the advice that's going to go and get them the clicks when it comes to putting out YouTube content. You wouldn't go to a tailor to buy a suit if they've never made a suit. You wouldn't go to a dentist if they've got no medical experience. So why the hell would you listen to a YouTuber that knows nothing about property and take their property advice? Do yourself a favour and stay well clear. Personally myself, I've invested in property over the last 25 years. I know the ins and outs of investing. I know what's a good investment. I know what's a bad investment. Take it from somebody that's got hands-on knowledge. So one of the big things to bear in mind is, what are you buying the property for? Are you buying the property for you to live in, or are you buying the property as a buy-to-let and an investment that you're going to look to cash in a number of years down the line? The main thing to consider is exactly that. When are you looking to turn the property? What is the mode of investment you're looking to make? Are you looking to make an investment that's going to give you residual money month in, month out, or are you looking to purchase a property that's going to go up in capital value? They're two very different types of investing, and you need to know exactly what you are looking to do right from the get-go. So let me just cover that very briefly. Are you looking to live in the property yourself? Are you looking to buy and then get capital appreciation in 5, 10, 15, 20 years time? Or are you looking to invest a lump sum, potentially buy the property outright and then use the rental income to either fund another investment or to fund the lifestyle that you'll be living in Thailand? Do not buy off plan. And the reason is not all of the off-plan builds actually get built. If you look just behind me there is a big, huge block that is still yet to be built, yet deposits of 60, 70, 80,000 pounds were taken 5, 6 years ago. A big legal process. It was a very well recognised and a prestigious house builder from Bangkok that were offering these condos, and it has never been built. So I know people personally that live in condos around the local area that spent 70, 80, 90,000 pounds on their deposit, never to see a condo be built and never to see their money again. Do not buy off plan. Do not buy into the whole bucket of incentives that a lot of these developments offer. They will offer you cashbacks, they will offer you fully furnished apartments, they will offer you all of these incentives to get you to put your deposit down. Now the issue there, as I've said before, is the condo may not get built. If I was you, I would look for a property that's actually already been built, has got a managing agent in, find out if the property itself is actually well managed, is the development well managed, look at the gardens, look at the pool, look at the concierge. At least buying a physical property that has been built will ensure, one, that your money is actually going into a property when the transaction's complete, you can move in or rent it out, or you're buying a property that is already there available, you've got other landlords in there in the same position as you can touch it, you can feel it, and you know exactly what it is that you're buying. Do not buy in huge developments. As you can probably see behind me in Pattaya, there are some monstrous, absolutely huge developments there, but that comes with a number of issues, namely bigger investors. If you're only going to buy 1 unit, 2 units, you are going to be competing to actually rent out your property against Chinese, Indian consortiums that are buying 20, 30, 40 units in the same block. Now, if you're looking to buy in the block and you're going to live in it, that's a completely different thing. But if you're looking to purchase a property for investment, what you're going to come up against time and time again is these investors and the developers are buying. They've got so much power and clout that they're incentivizing the local agents to rent their properties over and above anybody else's. If you are going to buy in a big block, make sure that you're doing your homework. Make sure that you're not buying on a floor where all the other apartments are actually owned by the same person. This can cause an issue. The other thing that you're going to be faced with is if you've got a consortium of business people that have got 20, 30, 40 different units in a particular block, they can afford to drop their rent by, say, half, which is going to get you priced out of the market. One of the questions to ask the real estate agent before you even make the offer is who are the managing agents? One thing that you will find, whether or not you're buying in Phuket, Pattaya, Bangkok or Chiang Mai, is that there is a different level of professionalism and legitimacy when it comes to managing agents. Find out how long they've been in business. Also look at other developments that they potentially manage, because some blocks out here are managed fantastically, everything's updated, everything's run very smoothly, and the whole process and the whole condo block is run smoothly. And then there are other developments where you're paying a hell of a lot of money in service charge month in, month out, only to find that poorly managed leisure facilities are really subpar, concierge are hardly existent, yet you're paying for all of these facilities and you're not getting what you're paying for. I said to you, I'm going to share the number one bit of advice that both successful investors offered me and also unsuccessful investors offered me that had their fingers burnt and lost their entire life savings. And they've all said the number one thing: do not buy the property in your Thai wife's name. It has to be in your name. Now, there is legal ramifications when it comes to actually buying freehold properties. That is a completely different story, should I say a completely different video. So here I'm primarily talking about condo developments and condo blocks, but they've all said the same thing. Do not put the property in a Thai person's name, or do not put it in your Thai wife's name. Without a shadow of a doubt, the people that have all had their fingers burnt have all said that because they had no legal standing, and a relationship and a marriage can change just like that overnight, and you can kiss goodbye to your life savings that you've invested in that dream life in Thailand. So my question to you is, have you considered buying property in Thailand, or have you actually bought property in Thailand? What is your personal view? What's the bit of advice you can give to people that are potentially looking to leave their home country, come over to Thailand, invest in property and own property outright? Let me know in the comments below.